The West Ham Fan TV. Mike, I'll tell you what, mate, I ain't had a day like that away for ages.
Ecstatic. Absolutely
Brilliant.
ecstatic.
That was brilliant.
Yeah. Do you know what? To a man, every single player worked their socks off out there today. You couldn't really fault anyone at all. Some really good individual performances defensively, really solid again. Going forward, we looked a lot more adventurous. I'm not going to say because Stoke weren't very good. They weren't very good, but everything just seemed to click, really. I thought Lanzini was, I'm not going to say it shouldn't have been a penalty, but I thought it was a soft penalty. To be fair, I think it was a soft penalty. I think, and this is not criticism against Antonio, but Antonio, maybe had it been a stronger ref, I think he might have got booked possibly for one of those, because I thought at least one of the two were dives. But as I say, that's not criticising. You know, people said to me, "Oh yeah, you're online there saying, oh yeah, you said about Winston Reid, whatever." You come on here and you say what you want, like me. That's as simple as that. But at the end of the day, look, I ain't sorry to talk about other people. I want to talk about West Ham. That absolutely magical, brilliant performance that I've just seen, and I'm so lucky to have witnessed that along. I mean, obviously we had all the palaver at the beginning with the power cut and all that, and you know, it was worth every single minute of waiting for that, really. Just so many good performances. I mean, Arnautovic had so many chances.
Just about to talk about Marco.
You know,
I mean, he could have had a hat-trick today.
That's what I mean. I mean, if he was really on form, I think like the chance that he had, I think it's fair to say probably the first chance that he had one-on-one with Butland was probably easier than the second one, because I think the second one he had to kind of manoeuvre himself in the area, and he would have had players like closing him down quite quickly. So I can understand, but it was still a very not an easy chance, but it was a chance that was begging to be taken. And you know, when he kept on missing, even in the second half, you thought, this ain't going to be his day. He's not going to score.
Well, he hit everything except for the goal until he hit the goal, didn't he? He hit the bar, he hit the side net, inside net in Butland.
I was joking with the people next to me, and even people at half-time saying, I don't think he wants to score against Stoke because he don't want to upset them. But all credit to him, he just kept on going. Workhorse, absolute workhorse. I mean,
what a waste of money, eh?
Oh yeah, what a waste of money. Yeah, rubbish player, like really, really rubbish player. Do you know what? He deserves credit for the fact that every time he could have been fazed by that home crowd, because that home crowd today was fierce, really fierce. And
they're loud, aren't they?
Oh, they are loud. Yeah. And like the thing is, the only time that I was really worried that they were going to obviously score was like when we were, it was still 1-0. And they were just throwing everything at us. They made the triple substitution, and I thought to myself, the minute that Berahino came on, I thought he's got a good record against West Ham. Yeah. Charlie Adam, obviously they give free kicks and stuff. Do you know what? The best player in our defence today, without a doubt, James Collins. Do you know what?
I'll take him out of the equation because he's always brilliant.
He is always brilliant, but the thing is, it almost came to like your last line. They got through the last line of defence, and then again, and he's there to like head it out and kick it out and do everything, and just fantastic. Like,
we're happy Hammers tonight, Mike.
Oh, absolutely, really happy with that. As I say, I would have been happy had we been delayed even more to watch that. But brilliant. I mean, that sets us up nicely now for Arsenal. What kind of side we're going to put out, I don't know. I was a bit surprised not to see Carroll on the bench today. I don't know what's going on.
Injured.
But he didn't play. He was on the bench on...
Perhaps January's coming up, Mike, you know what I mean?
But there wasn't a game between Wednesday and today, so how can he get injured?
Well, I said that.
Unless we were saving him for Wednesday in the hope that Arsenal are going to play like Mertesacker or someone like that, and he can really get at them. But, I mean, it would be nice to have a good cup run, obviously. But
let's go for it.
That sets us up nicely. I mean, we've pretty much, I'm not saying we silenced them all, but we have silenced some of the doubters that turned around and said West Ham have got to do it against the lesser sides in the league. Well, I think we silenced them now. I don't really need to say anymore.
2 or 3 more games, mate, and I think we're well out of the mire. You know, we've got some big games coming up. Newcastle, Bournemouth.
If we carry on playing like that, for these next few games, I don't see any sign of relegation. I mean, Palace obviously going away to Leicester and doing what they did, that was a shock to the system. Yeah. And I'm sure our players would have known that result before we kicked off. Maybe the fact that we kicked off later maybe played into our favour, I don't know. But
right, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up because we're running out of time. Cheers, Mike.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, cheers.